Okay, so in my last video, basically we were slaying the reed. If you remember that the reed was actually flat, we had clamped it onto my beater bar. We put through all the threads basically, and then after that was done, basically I put the reed back in a standing position, put my top bar on top, screwed that back in because I've got a fanny. And then we're ready to go to tie it onto the apron. So this video will be a quick video just to show you how to tie it onto the apron before we can finally get started weaving that hospice blanket. And now basically I want to tie the apron on. So in order to do that, I got to make sure, first of all, okay, that I take the apron and make sure it's going over the actual front bar. Okay, you want to make sure that your brake is the brake is on, obviously, so that it's not going to be pulling threads very easily. You do want to be able to get the threads taut. Now, when I'm doing it, I happen to have a fringe. Sorry, I don't have necessarily a fringe on here, and you'll notice that, I mean, all of this is basically excess. If you have a fringe, obviously work that into the amount that you're leaving behind. Keep in mind that when we do actually start weaving, there'll be probably like about an inch where we're actually putting some threads through to straighten everything out in the next step, okay? So basically, I've got my bunch right here that came through the reed, okay? So usually what I end up doing is I end up starting with the middle section. I tie that one on. I do the very end ones on each side and tie that on. So that at least now the bar is straight instead of, you know, getting it all wonky and so forth. And then from there I work literally one side, one side, one side, one side, all the way outwards. So let me do two of them here for you just to take a quick peek. Okay. Now in my particular versions, you're just basically taking the inch that you've got and you're dividing it in half. So my inch basically comprises of 8 threads. In this particular bunch, there's 4 black, 4 white, 4 beige. And then basically I'm just going to put them through. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it on this side here. I'm going to bring it through here. Ooh. Bring it on this side here. Okay, so now I've got them both here. Then basically I'm just going to tie a single knot. Okay, and I'm going to pull back because it does actually allow me to tension. Okay, and I'm going to leave it there for now because at the end I've got to check to make sure that there's even tension all the way across. Okay, so basically I'm going to do it again on this side. All right, I'm going to divide. It also has half and half. Okay, I'm going to take half. I'm going to bring it out on this side. I'm going to take half. Ooh, bring it. There we go. Bring it half on that side. Okay, hold on, there we go. Cool. Okay, and then I'm going to just tie a knot. All right, and I'm going to pull. Okay, and again, I'm going to go back and retension everything to make sure everything looks good. But as you go along, feel to see, and you don't want to feel this way, okay? You want to make sure that your hand is perpendicular when you're feeling. And when you feel all the threads, they should feel the same kind of springiness as you go along, okay? And we'll check again as we keep going. But basically, that's all there is to it. You do all of them that way, go again across, check all the tensions, and as you go along, it is possible that one section may get a little bit looser. So if that's the case, you're going to just basically continue this. You're going to go back up, right, secure it to whatever tightness, you know, to compare it to the other ones. And then basically at that point, I will actually knot it to make sure it stays secure. And then obviously at the end of my project, once I'm done and I'm taking it off the loom, I can either cut across if I want, but if I need this section for a fringe, for example, then I will undo all the knots and remove it so that I still have that, that amount left over for a fringe. Okay, so I finished basically tying them all onto the apron. I'm now just checking and to see whether or not these middle ones that I started off with seem to be a little bit looser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check, increase. Okay, so you can see that obviously they can go a little bit more. Whoop. Now once I've done them, what I tend to do is I tend to put them downwards because otherwise there's way too many threads here. Okay, so same thing here. That one there. This. I'm gonna put those down. Actually, hold on, I gotta knot those. That's true. I'm gonna put a knot on those. Okay. And then basically, let's see here, if I do that. Okay, so if I go across again, well, these ones can also be done a little bit. Now again, you're not trying to get it as super precise, right? You just want to make sure that the tension is, you know, pretty even. Okay, otherwise it will affect. All right. So it will affect your weave. So basically just keep doing that. once I'm done and I've tucked all of these and it looks fairly even, the springiness across, basically I'm going to tie each one with a final knot all the way across, and then I'm good to go for my weaving. All right.